Earthlings, you are so deeply and profoundly loved and lovable today in every day of your life, and I can't change that. And no one on the planet can change that. Your deeply loved and lovable nature. There's a gift in you, and there's a gift in us all. And I would encourage everyone to not compare your gifts with other people's gifts. Comparison is a thief of joy. And if you start looking at other people's blessings or the ways in which they have moved forward with their gifts, perhaps where you may have sat down and said, I don't think I can. Comparing your gifts to other people's gifts will fuck you. Now, I know that I'm supposed to kiss up to a lot of Jesus people in this town in order to get help from our revival, but I'm authentic. I'm real Jesus. I'm real Jesus. There are interesting takes on Jesus where I've been called to launch this revival, but I'm real Jesus. And I will not be mind fucked by the Jesus people when Jesus did not mind fuck me first. I'll say it one more time for the people in the back. And I don't have to talk like this in front of the kids, and I don't have to talk like this in your sanctuary. But if you ever meet me on my turf, and this is my turf, I will not be mind fucked by the Jesus people anymore. In fact, I would encourage the Jesus people to stop mind fucking themselves. There's a freedom in knowing that you have a creator, sure. There's a freedom in believing that you have a savior, sure. But how does it compel you to put your love in action? This is the thing that nobody wants to talk about. The love and action part. And I'm sorry, folks, regardless of how you feel about me, I hope I'm not blowing out the speaker somewhere. No matter how you feel about me, the blessings are also mine. And even if you think that I've surpassed you or that I can outwork you or outpreach you or outdo you or whatever, God, Source, Spirit, is not done blessing me either. Some of y'all think because I've had blessings in my life where I carry myself with a certain energy and I'm full of myself because I love myself for real, and I don't need a creator to love me. I don't need a savior to love me. Like, I'm with me a lot, and I love me. And that's deeply and profoundly powerful and empowering for people who want to be independently and collectively free. We should not be exchanging our chains of religion for a new spiritual one. I'll say that one more time. We should not be exchanging our religious chains for another spiritual one. I will not do that with you. I will bring wonderful music and amazing tasting food. That's what I will do. But nowhere in the scripture did Jesus tell me to kiss your ass. So I will not be kissing your ass. You understand? I don't care how the social hierarchy of life is stacked, where the lighter people get to talk first and have the most resources and to be the gatekeepers. I don't care about none of that. Some of you are who you say you are, and some of you are not. I'm still waiting on collaborators for this revival. I'll be sending y'all some links today to apply and to link up. Because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I expected better from the hospitable South. I expected different from the hospitable South. This is weird because it's not hurting me because I'm going to be fabulous in any geography or any zip code. I'm going to be fabulous. There's not a place on the planet that I've gone that I've not been fabulous in. I'm going to be fabulous wherever, whenever, however. It is that the people here that y'all lead and supposedly serve are broken inside. And y'all are simply here for the power. And the power trip. You better get the fuck out of my face and tell me when you are ready to serve these people. And when you are ready to start the choir. Let me not posture. Let me not front. Let me not say yes to lives I don't want. Let me not use words that don't mean a thing. Let me be fly as I am, no trying. Let me good for my heart, not my rep. Let me be still when I can't take a step. Don't let me get too caught creating my face. Let me just love me all over the place. Let me just love me all over the place. Some of y'all have a legitimate issue with Black Boy Joy. Y'all have a legitimate problem and challenge and concern as it relates to Black Boy Joy. It is not for me to fix, baby. Y'all are not opening the door and giving entree to Black Boy Joy. You're very distrustful. You're very fearful. And your sins, I'm not talking about homosexuality or hoeing. Sin is an archery term. Look it up. Sin, S-I-N, is an archery term that means to miss the mark. And I mean, I'm talking any mark. I'm talking the physical mark about what you're putting in your mouth. I'm talking about a spiritual missing the mark. A mental health care missing the mark. Some of y'all are not right upstairs. It's fine. Neither am I. But anywhere that you're missing the areas of self-care and honoring yourself and honoring the other in their fullest identity, that includes my wholeness, folks. I don't know who needs to hear this, but that includes my wholeness. Like, I'm included in this. You don't get to inherit the kingdom of heaven by your damn self. I don't know who told y'all that. And some of y'all believe in like 700,000 or 14,000 or 12,000. Some of y'all have a number of people who can make it into the kingdom of God. When the kingdom of God, as you call it, is as big as the universe, as big as the nebula. Y'all are making this shit up and trying to make other people feel bad about it. Get the fuck out of my face, Jesus people. Get the fuck out of my face. Playing in my face. Trying to teach me how to be a champion when I walked in here as a champion. And you shaking in your boots because I'm ready to put feet to pavement and actually do what Jesus would do. They praise you, God, with their lips, but their hearts are far from you. And I see through them like glass. Shit's busted and shit's weird. And y'all gonna find the real Jesus quick. And he's closer to my skin tone than anything else. And I'm not here to fight you. For all you reverse racism people and all these other stories y'all tell. I'm not here. I don't care what you look like. I told her to her face before I walked into the church. I said, an asshole is an asshole is an asshole. I've met assholes of all varieties. In fact, black assholes hurt me the most in my life. So if I was ever racist in my life, it would be against a black asshole. If ever there was an adversary, it would be a black asshole because that's who harmed me the most. But you non-melanated assholes are right behind. You're second in line on my list because where's the fruit of your lives? And for those of you seeing me sit here with the pulsating hearts above my head and the scroller, this is just an hour or so of my day. I'm more committed than ever to seeing the goodness of the Lord wherever I am planted, because I see the Cheshire Cat smiles on the faces of the people who are supposed to be healing people, but they are simply playing church. And while Playing Church is a wonderful show, it's one of my favorite shows. Churchin' is one of my favorite dramatic and theatrical productions. I'm not here for that. That's why it was so interesting yesterday to hear her pray against a show. I'm like, what the fuck was I just in? That's my baby daddy. One second. Who that is? Ain't nobody. That's just my baby daddy. That's just my baby daddy. I couldn't tell if this lady was comfortable either with me putting my arm around my partner in the church. She'll have to tell me. She'll have to tell me so I'm not confused. All of these people are going to have to tell me so I'm not confused who they are. I'm a little confused about who they are, but it's not on me to make assumptions. Remember, I'm from the Four Agreement School of Life. I'm from the Four Agreement School of Life. I'm from the Four Agreement School of Life. Or just took me live on Instagram. I don't make assumptions anymore. I ask really, really fine-tuned questions. I ask fine-tuned questions. Why are there no revivals in Lexington? And when I say revivals, I need to be very, very clear. Open and affirming of all of humanity. They can keep the country club and they can keep their special memberships. I have one of my own. I don't need a special membership. I don't need to build that. I come in with a national and global community already. I don't need that. What I need is to know why there are no open and affirming love revivals and calls for ceasefire in Lexington, North Carolina. In any other geography, Chicago, LA, wherever, why is there no open and affirming daily revivals and calls for ceasefire? And trust me, these folks here, they have a list of limitations. It disgusts me. They have a list of limitations. When I start saying, where can I sing and start a revival and start something? Well, you know, see you soon. I represent the real Jesus. I really do. And they're going to have to figure some things out. But let me not posture, let me not front, let me not say yes to lives I don't want. Let me not use words that don't mean a thing. Let me be fly as I am, no trying. Let me good for my heart, not my rep. Let me be still when I can't take a step. Don't let me get too caught creating my face. Let me just love me all over the place. I'm going to speak one more time before I move forward about the nature of me being both divine and profane. Dr. Flo is both divine and profane. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being both divine and profane. And it always baffles me that people will sometimes try to police the way I speak. Remember, last week I was asked to tone down. So interesting that people would tell me to not drop F-bombs or to calm the way I speak. But live the lives they live. I would do all of those things if I saw something in you that I wanted to become. My invitation is that we grow together. And that's me being gracious. That's me being gracious. They don't like when people come in and say, "What's that smell?" They don't like it when you come in and you say, "What's that smell?" They painted everything nice. It has the veneer and the appearance of all things holy. But I know the true and living God for myself. And I too am one of the anointed ones. So you can play that game with somebody else, but you cannot play it with me. This is the third pastor in this town that I've experienced that is more scared than free. Let me plug in my laptop. They're scared. They're very scared. I don't know who they're scared. I don't know who they're scared of. I don't know who they are scared of. Someone has spooked them or something. I don't know who they are scared of. I want to figure out, like, who is the boogeyman that makes these people not call me back when I want to start a revival? What would be the harm of singing and dancing and having a choir and feeding people? Like, what would be wrong with that? Unless it's the fact that black people are not supposed to lead anything here. Or how long does it take for you to get to know me before I'm allowed to lead here, even though I've got 30 years of experience? You've got 2 days of experience and I've got 30 years and I'm supposed to prove what to you? Let me calm down. Today is all about the sacral chakra. It is my day. I'm Dr. Flo, not telling you what I heard, what I know. You're loved and lovable. You've always been loved and lovable. You're always going to be loved and lovable. No one can change that. The day that you make the decision that you are loved by something, whether it's higher power or otherwise, the moment that you make the decision that you are loved by something, and I don't care what you're loved by, just make the decision today that somebody loves you or something loves you. I don't care what it is. I really don't. And that's the rub. I'm not going to go into this again, but that is the rub. They want me to point to something that they believe in as the source of all good. You know who's the source of all good? Me. When I'm putting my love in action. Me. I'm the source of all good. In this moment right now. By the power of my choices. And I'm not going to abdicate or give that power over to something outside of myself when I had to make my coffee myself. I'm sorry. I'm not. And you all can come to my book discussion rooms where we talk about titles such as how God changes your brain. This idea of God does something to your brain chemistry. God lives in your gray matter. And that's why we're fucked. And that's why we're fucked. God lives in your gray matter. And that's why we're fucked. Anyway, sacral chakra is Monday's chakra. So that I don't get fired from Love and Action Network, I'm here. It's so good to see you all. Tell everybody that the CEO is on campus today, so that I don't get fired. The sacral chakra is all about your creative sexual energy. Separately, creative energy and also sexual energy. It also has everything to do with your ability to accept change. To accept change is what I should say there. I'll make the note. To accept change. It's also the source of your emotional wellness. I'm a very passionate person. That gets misconstrued here that gets misconstrued here as angry black man. I've had people behave towards me in this town in ways that I know it wouldn't have anything to like do with me because I didn't do anything to them, but come to their boring church services and dare to speak that it's boring. Anyway, the team knew that I needed to work on my emotional wellness, so they gave me Emotional Wellness Day, Sacral Chakra Day. The color of the day is orange. That color represents joy, energy, and success. Borrowing from the 365 days of Kwanzaa, we are focusing on Kujichagulia, self-determination. This idea that if it is to be, it's up to me. We could have had 3 days of revival by now. I told y'all it was always going to be about personal theology. I'm going to check my text messages one more time. Yeah. We could have had 3 days of revival by now. We could be on day 3 of the revival. We really could. We could be on day 3 by now. But there's something else going on. We'll figure it out. Self-determination allows you to know that you can do all things. What's harming me in this community, and if you'll pardon me, I'll get some water. What's causing harm to me in this community is that I have a liberated theology. Jesus was very clear. We are no longer supposed to be slaves to what's in these books. We're supposed to be living in freedom and rejoicing. The master teacher was very, very clear about this. We were not supposed to be slaves to each other in matters of faith. It was always supposed to be rejoicing and Beyonce. We'll figure it out. You want to eat foods like nuts, seeds, oranges, and pumpkins in order to call in this idea of joy, energy, and success, and creative and emotional well-being. You can use the affirmation of I feel. I feel that doors are opening for me right now as I speak. I feel confident and courageous that there will be people who will stand on the side of what is fun and loving and magical and giving. I feel that these people are extremely terrified of me. I also feel very strongly that I don't give two fucks. I feel strong. I feel supported. I feel loved. I didn't finish talking about that. You got to believe that you're loved by something or somebody, or most importantly, you got to believe that you're loved by yourself. I'm loved by me, and I'm lovable. Meaning that if you don't enjoy me, I'll still be lovable by somebody. I'll still be worthy of love by someone. Just the issue that I have now is that these people are out here touting open and affirming, and they're touting calling the church. Hi Jackie and First Reformed, it's Dr. Flo from the community. I'm just calling on Monday, April 8th to see if y'all are still open and affirming. Have a great day. 404-585-1278. 404-585-1278. It's Dr. Flo, Monday, April 8th. I'll be calling every day and leaving a voicemail just to see if you all are still open and affirming. Lots of love. This is my job. This is my job. They don't answer phones here, though. The church people don't answer phones. See? I'm gonna go down the list. Hi, it's Dr. Flo calling to see if we are all still God's children or not. I'm just calling to see if we're all still God's children or not. And y'all gonna watch me do this on lives every day. Y'all gonna watch me do this on lives every day. Are you still the people of God? Or has something happened to you? You can use crystals, or as Caden calls them, his pet rock familia. Carnelian moonstone, orange calcite, sunstone. You can use these crystals and pray your prayers around how you're trying to manifest an acceptance of change in your life. The good that we seek in our lives is not going to just come out of nowhere. It's going to come through us. It's going to be in the bridge building that they say they want. We shall see. Tapping into the lower abdomen under the belly button. Start thinking about how you feel. When you're imbalanced in your sacral chakra, you will kill your own joy and miss out on so many opportunities. You won't be able to receive or handle sex and pleasure. Your emotions and expressing your needs will be all over the place. That's another thing I don't have an issue with. I have no issue with expressing my needs fully. I tell people what I need. I need a building. I need a piano. I need I need someplace to plug in. I would like to have Wi-Fi and preferably a clean place to pee. You know, I want a partner that texts me throughout the day, and he does, and keeps in contact. I want a community of leadership within my personal organization where it's fun for us to be around each other and do our thing. Shout out to Love and Action Network and our leadership and Real Loves Club. Rep my set. Real Loves Club. Shout out to RLC, the Dr. Flo fan club, man. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to RLC. Real love. So yeah. But I know what I need. I need a building or access to a building, access to instruments and musicians and community. I need a place to plug in for electricity. I need Wi-Fi because that's, you know, and I need clean pot to piss in. The rest, though, I bring myself. And sometimes when people want to make you or put you on, they won't let you go forward when you have everything you need anyway. It's called gatekeeping. It's called gatekeeping. But when you are confident in your emotions and clear with your needs, which I'm going to direct everybody right now over to the website, lovedandlovable.org. And when you get to lovedandlovable.org, through link in bio or just going there or typing lovedandlovable.org into Google, whatever, you can click here on the main page to start to heal your emotions. And we've got a lot of resources here that deal with feelings, comfortable emotions, uncomfortable emotions. It's all there. But there are a couple wheels towards like page 5 or 6 that are the needs wheels. And it's very important in life that you get in touch with what you need. You just get in touch with what you need. No one can read your mind. No one can read your mind. That's what I'm learning today too. No one can read my mind. I got discouraged because I told them my mind and they treated me like a social pariah. They also called me awful names here. They called me awful names here. To my face. Kind of respect that. You got to respect someone who calls you a name to your face. But it didn't make me feel good, so I just stopped moving forward. But now I know that the original sin is not me. It's the fear about me when I've got receipts everywhere. You shouldn't be afraid of what you can see. You should be afraid of what you can't see. But you know that I can sing. You booty clap for me. But we don't pray to the same God. And I'd like to keep it that way. Do you need fairness? Do you need truth? Do you need peace? Do you need order? Do you need value? Do you need power? And why do you need power? Do you need control? Why do you need control? And you may need control and you may need power. But just make sure that it's something that's in the comfortable. Not that it's ripping you apart or making people scared of you. I think that there are people, well, I know for sure there are people in this community that I'm supposed to be scared of. I promise you I'm not. I promise you I'm not. These are humans, just like me. Whom shall I fear? We also have the emotional guidance scale that's there. If you go to the website, lovedandlovable.org/emotions, and there's anything there that you don't understand, just hit the live chat or just DM me. I would love to have conversations with people about these systems. But do not waste my time, Tommy. Tommy's back on my calendar again. He's gone to the website and found the link to book with me, and he's trying to get 15. He's trying to waste 15 more minutes of my life. Tommy, send me a voice memo on Instagram, and please keep it under 30 seconds. Cannot. I have healthy sex. I'm creative. I'm emotionally expressive. And the human connection, while at times annoys me, I still believe in the power of human connection. It's called a revival. You're going to be there every day. It's something committed in a world that is not committed. We're not even really committed to ourselves, but I'm changing that within myself, and so it's changing in the community. Before I read the melody today, I know we got about 6 minutes on the clock. I want to read something that I haven't read in a while. I'll probably read it every day that I step forward on the microphone. It's what I call the Dr. Flo Red Letter. It is anchored around or rooted in the teachings of a master teacher called Jesus. Y'all say y'all believe in him. He had very specific ways of living. And he did certain things with his life. And he said certain things with his life. And he paid for saying those things with his life, which is something I'm also prepared to do. Right? They may make me. It's wild out here. But I wrote this letter to the community, and not a lot of people have seen it because I've been fearful of the kinds of looks that I got yesterday in church. Everybody weren't giving me those looks, but they were enough. But God's not giving me a spirit of fear. God has given me one of love, power, and a sound mind. And there's so much you can do with your life and in your life with love, power, and a sound mind. I'm so grateful today. I'm so happy and grateful that I have love, power, and a sound mind. That's scripture for these Jesus people. Spirit of love, God, source, infinite intelligence, Shamama Ding Dong, I don't care, has not given any of us a spirit of fear or condemnation or subjugation. People always start praying prayers about, Lord, don't let us get too big and full of ourselves when Dr. Flo's in the room. Like, the reason why I knew it was because it's happened to me before. Some of you have never stood in a room where someone was praying a prayer, may we all decrease, God, for more of you, when I showed up. I've been living here and doing my ministry work for decades. When I show up, people start praying different. God, let us be small. God, don't let us get too full of ourselves. God, don't let us be a 5'8" black man. God, don't let us be bright. I said, oh, I'm being subbed in this prayer. Y'all say what I don't respect about that, and I'll tell you to your face. What I don't respect about Christian people and spiritual people and stuff is that y'all don't really tell people that you don't like them. And you don't really tell people that you're an asshole. You pray in ways over people. I used to be one of you until God healed my heart and changed my life. God, I speak a word of love over this bitch. Wait. Are you sure? Are you sure? Y'all are weird. But it's okay. God has not given me a spirit of fear, but one of love, power, and a sound mind. It's brilliant to walk around in the world in your spiritual and emotional sobriety. Here's Dr. Flo's letter of plea, concern, and call to action. I wrote this last year, about 6 months ago. I'm finally fed up enough to send it to somebody. Dear global citizen, it could be any of you receiving this letter. I hope you're doing well and staying healthy. I'm writing to you today with a heart full of concern and a plea that transcends personal boundaries. As we navigate the tumultuous waters of our time, we are faced with pressing global challenges that call for collective action, empathy, and compassion. My petition is threefold. Okay, y'all never gonna act like I didn't ask clearly and directly as the Aquarius I am for what I want. Some of y'all act like I'm not clear. Some of y'all act like Dr. Flo does not say exactly what he wants from himself and from you. That is a lie. I'm a very clear motherfucker. My petition is threefold. Food for the hungry, peace and a ceasefire for our planet, and a worship experience that binds us together in love, hope, and unity. The first aspect of my plea focuses on the plight of the hungry and homeless in Lexington, North Carolina. I did not know this place existed. I promise you I did not care. God brought me here. A black woman brought me here. We find ourselves in a world where millions go to bed each night without enough food to nourish their bodies and souls. 13,000 in this community alone. I implore you as someone in a position to make a difference to support initiatives that provide sustenance to those in need, ensuring that no one has to endure the pangs of hunger, myself included. Dr. Flo's programs to serve and support your community, my answer to it, loved and lovable mobile soup kitchen, including food delivery and worship gatherings in approved locations. I did not just complain, I put my solution. Secondly, I request your support in a community daily action for peace and global ceasefire. Our planet is afflicted by conflict and discord, causing immeasurable suffering to innocent lives. It is my heartfelt wish that we can work together towards dialogue, diplomacy, and cooperation with the goal of promoting peace and ensuring that our future generations inherit a world free from violence and fear. Inherit a world free from violence and fear. My solution? Daily worship and prayer services on site, including TikTok, with 2,000 to 10,000 viewers daily. It's got to be because I'm black. It's got to be because I'm black. It's got to be that I'm a nigger here. It's got to be that I'm a nigger here. Lastly, I propose daily shared worship experiences that transcend religious and cultural boundaries. Let us connect in these divisive times, coming together in prayer, meditation, or reflection. A powerful force for healing and unity. My solution, Dr. Flo, and the love experience in real life and TikTok. I kindly request your aid, guidance, and support in addressing these vital issues. Together, we can make a profound impact on the lives of countless individuals and our planet as a whole. Your assistance will be a beacon of light in these challenging times, and I'm hopeful that we can join hands in this noble endeavor. Thank you for considering my plea, and I eagerly await your response. May compassion and empathy guide our actions, and may we find solace in the collective efforts to make this world a better place for all. Infinite gratitude, hope, and love, Dr. Flo, at Andre and the Flow. You can't make people see what they're pretending not to see. You cannot make people see what they are pretending not to see. You cannot awaken a person who's pretending to be asleep, y'all. You will never wake up a person pretending to be asleep. You will never do it. You will never wake up a person pretending to be asleep. Not ever. We have a guiding text in our community globally. It really transcends borders and belief systems. It's all about love and putting that love in action. The text that we use to anchor us is an Emotions Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous and Alcoholics Anonymous anonymous text called 52 Weeks of Conscious Contact. I do believe that we are in week 15 of this year. Lovability. Last week was laughter, and the week before that was crazy people make us crazy. So I'm in a good spot. All right, this is day 2, and then I'll let us out of here. And y'all, love can happen in under an hour. Unless it's fun. If it's fun, we'll stay all day. But love can really happen in under an hour. And I've been here for 45 minutes. And I think we're doing good. Day 2 of week 15, lovability. The author says, I was in Bali helping a friend host a convention. He took me to his house. I visited with his wife and met his new baby. Before I left, he gave me a tour of his home. And as I looked around his home, I glanced at myself in a mirror. I felt a shock of horror, started to walk away, then spun back for another look. I can't believe I look like that, I said in utter disgust. My friend paused, looked in the mirror, and said, you can't believe how much time I spend staring in that thing, wishing I looked different too. Take a look in the mirror. If you don't like what you see, take another look. This time, try seeing with the eyes of love. I'll read that last part of this day again. Take a look in the mirror. It's for all of us. If you don't like what you see, take another look. This time, try seeing with the eyes of love. The application for the week, lovability, is whenever we look in the mirror and wonder how anyone could possibly ever love us or when that might happen, it's time to work on our love ability. Our ability to be loved and lovable. It's almost like I was talking about it the whole time. Whenever we look in the mirror and wonder how anyone could possibly ever love us or when that might happen, it's time to work on our lovability. For those of you who've been watching the live streams of the last year pretty intentfully and intentionally, you will have seen that I have been in a major life lesson session time. I've been learning how to be loved because of my wounds and because of my traumas. It's been very, very hard for me to trust people. And when you move at the speed of trust, you don't trust anybody, you don't move. And so I've had to learn how to receive love. I've had to learn how to take love in. I had to learn how to love myself all over the place and to use these emotional wheels and the needs wheels and a community that believes in my dreams as much as I believe in theirs. It's taken and casting people out and restoring them or pushing people's love away and then softening again. Coming to the understanding that we say this in Emotions Anonymous all the time. Coming to the understanding that we need people. I hate that shit. Because y'all, some of y'all, not all of you, but a lot of you are fucking annoying. Fucking annoying. At war with yourselves, and so then you make it everybody else's problem. Including the dropping of bombs in Gaza. Ceasefire now. Freedom to Palestine. But y'all, humans have a very interesting way of making their internal insecurities and bullshit other people's bullshit. And that's why we live in the world we live in. But there's hope for you today. There will always be hope for you. Go to our website. Click on emotional healing. Go through the emotion wheels and figure out how you feel. And then after you figure out what you feel, up to like page 5, then start journaling about what you need. And then go and tell someone that cares about you what you need. And if there's no one in your life that cares about you, feel free to live chat us. But this is no longer complicated for me. I really do understand that I'm going to be alarming to a bunch of people. So in the words of Beyonce, ring the alarm. If my presence and my personal ashe is going to cause you to fear and tremble, you got to sit down. If my self-esteem and the way I love myself causes you to choke, you're going to choke. Because who is trying to live small for other people? I didn't heal my emotional states and find a man and find all the stability. I didn't call in all of this goodness to squander it. And I certainly didn't call in all of this goodness to not increase it. But unfortunately, we need people. And unfortunately, like every social justice movement, and I'm not a unicorn and I'm not the first one to this. Like every social justice movement, you have to call out to call in. And now I'm calling out to call in. I'm calling y'all out. Like I've been asking y'all, are we still friends? But y'all know me. I make my friends give me something. Because I know I got lots to give. My sexy dentist just put up a story. He's on TV too. Oh, God. But yeah, are we still friends? But you gonna put up or shut up. And if shut up is your option, then you're gonna be on the shut up list. I'm gonna go out here. Some of y'all were in the room today when I called the church and I left them a voice memo. It's Dr. Flo, it's April 8th. Are y'all still open and affirming today? I'll call you back tomorrow. And y'all gonna watch me call them, ouch. Y'all gonna watch me call them back. Every day. You're gonna watch me go down the list. Do y'all cater to all of God's children or just some? Because I've been in town for a year trying to launch a revival and feed people and do worship, and I don't seem to have any friends. I don't seem to have any friends. And I'm also talking about the ones who stuck around long enough for me to heal myself enough to do the work. Because I'm human too. And I'm going to fall out of formation. And I'm going to lose myself. And I'm going to forget my power as well. So it took a while for me to... Most of it, y'all, though, is that I am very, very patient. I'm impatient. I'm very impatient and patient at the same time. And I think that I expected for this to get better. But what I found is that they think I am a homeless pedophile here. And that was never going to work for me. And they are fearful of outsiders. And they tell me to go to a different town to find joy. And I'm like, is there no one who wants joy right here? Why do I have to drive 30 minutes, an hour away to conjure joy? Are we not all humans that want happiness, healthiness, and freedom from suffering? Did I miss something? What did I miss? So the red letter will be going out. I will be following up with phone calls. The people who give me a hard no, and they will have to give me a hard no. We're not interested in what you're doing. They will be on a list. The ones who I never hear back from will be marked in yellow. And the people who want to start the revival locally will be marked in green. And I'm going to start in the yellow pages in the churches and religious affiliations, and just phone numbers and emails until I am complete. They are in a mind virus because I watched the preacher lady yesterday exalt herself. She had a very interesting thing happening. She had something really, really interesting going on. It may be even what people think I am, Tara. People think that one person in my life recently was like, when you make it big, Dr. Flo, don't forget about us. Don't change it up, Dr. Flo. They think that that's who I am. I can't be in this ashy motherfucker forever because these people are boring. So I can't, I'm just too exciting to be in a boring place like this. But I also know the way that the kids and the young adults and the people with the crazy hair, all the people, now that I started wearing the colorful wigs, I attract other people who are wanting to have a fun vibe. But yeah, I watched her actively, fake humility. I watched her fake humility, and fake that everybody had open voice. I don't have to fake humble because I'm usually showing up to rickety ass places. I don't have to fake humble because I showed up. And me showing up to horse and pony shows and poorly produced church services and off-pitch people is me being humble. You understand, Starlight? Tara? You understand? The fact that I even showed up. My sister friend across the street turned landlady. She used to always say that to me. You act like it's a privilege that people can talk to you. I said, you're damn right. It is. Talk to me different. Talk to me nice. I don't have they try to act like I have a hubris and humility issue. I don't have a humility issue because I showed up and gave a fuck about you in the first place. Poppy Water took all of the fires yesterday in the Diablo. We have tons of Diablo, and we have tons of mild, and we have tons of fire. And that's why I knew I made the right choice. Because there's extra Diablo. The food is gone, but we got extra fire sauce, extra Diablo, and extra hot. That's how I know that I'm on the right track. He said, I got extra Diablo for you. I said, that's why I love you. But the fact that, so we're not going to worry about that no more. We don't have to prove to anybody that we are worthy. Oh, yes. That's how you know they're a keeper, when they get you the extra Diablo and fire sauce. But yeah, talk to me different, talk to me nice. And the people who thought that I was full of myself and arrogant a month ago are going to think I'm full of myself and even more arrogant now. Because I've seen, They play church here, but they do not give a fuck about the people. They play church here. There's churches on every block. There are churches across from churches. There are white churches saying, have you talked to the black churches? And there are black churches saying, have you talked to the white people? And it's just one big, y'all know me, it's a circle jerk. A Christian circle jerk to nowhere. Who are y'all? What are you about? Don't worry about it, Tara. Don't worry about it. The Google document will update every 5 minutes. I'm going to land here today. The Google document that has who's for me, silent, or against me will refresh itself on the site every 5 minutes. Am I not the ancestor's dream? Do I not have the tools and capability? Am I not crazy enough to make sure? Do I not have the infrastructure already that we could I called First Reformed. First Reformed, United Church of Christ, number 1 on my list. 336-248-2617. You want to call them, Tara, today and ask them when they're ready to start the Love Revival with Dr. Flo? You want to call them? 336-248-2617. I called them. April 8th, it's Dr. Flo. Are y'all still open and affirming and wanting to change the community for good? Are y'all calling for ceasefire over there? 404-585-1278. 404-585-1278. Just want to see if you're still open and affirming. I'll call back tomorrow. Click. Yep. 336-248-2617. And ask them if they're supporting Dr. Flo in his red letter. I need friends. I need friends. I need friends. I need real friends. These people play games. They want me to booty clap for them. They want me to say, oh, you're so pretty. You're doing everything you could do for No. I'm behaving different. You've never seen me in the middle of a boost call a church and leave a message. I got the cameras and I got the time. We're going to go phone banking. Hey, are y'all, because I've also asked this of people in the thrift store when I was in town. I was like, are there any inclusive, all affirming like churches in town? And they look in horror. Yeah, but don't ask for her. But I mean, yeah, that is her name though. Jackie is the secretary. Try to talk to her. Try to find her. But she watches the phone, and once she learns my phone number, it's a wrap. I'll be leaving voice messages every day. But then I'm going to start calling their bosses, because I'm actively looking for people who want to do the work. They think that I am trying to just find a space to do my show. But my show is the work. Because I never want to sit on a stool by myself. I'm employing the people. But whatever. Yeah, that's the number. 336-248-2617. And ask them what they are doing to support Dr. Flo and his Red Letter Initiative. And we'll go down the spreadsheet. But you're seeing me take a different action because they're not going to sit me in another hour and a half, 2-hour service and leave me bored. Just so they can show me that they love God. That's weird. So our spreadsheet, and I'll send it, I don't know, I think we have some time together today at some point. But it's just going to be organization name, key contact, phone number, and email. And just every day. Are you committed to supporting Dr. Flo and his all-inclusive, open and affirming love revival for the community of Lexington, North Carolina? Are you committed or not? You need more information? We can get on the phone today. But are you committed or not? Because, like I said, and I'm not trying to even embarrass anybody, but they embarrass themselves. I will read the messages. Hey, Andre. I took a much needed nap this evening. Great meeting you and having you with us this morning. Having you with us this morning. Sending my love. That was last night, 7 p.m. 12 hours later, 7 a.m. I said, good morning. It's early for me. 7 a.m. is early for me, y'all. I don't like that. I said, good morning. I look forward to embracing faith over fear this week, stepping out into the new, ushering in revival of the heart, mind, and spirit. It was great to stop by and attempt to catch a vibe. Let me know when you're ready to take the next steps to remedy the true issues in this town. I think it's a container of true worship and praise. My church home is set up in a way that I've had to build my own relationships with higher power, and it rarely looks like the harmful for traditions I come out of. I'm ready for new wineskins, which is a biblical reference. I put in quote, biblical reference. Didn't hear anything back. So at 10:59, because I don't want to leave it there with me teaching the teacher, I said, I'll keep asking until you give me a hard no. Revival is trying to break out. We stop it. Hashtag real Jesus. Like real cheese. 100% American. Hashtag real Jesus. She left me on red. And she'll be on a Google document that says this organization left me on red. Because my soul is thirsty. And I gave her 2.5 hours of my time yesterday, documenting. And my soul is thirsty. Dr. Flo phone banking. Let's go. Y'all, I hope that you enjoyed today's boost. I hope that something, whether it was lovability or talking about the sacral chakra or talking about the challenges that come along with helping people in mass, while also benefiting yourself. I don't know who is trying to starve anymore helping people. There's nothing noble about starving to help people. I'm going to make a bag here while helping people. And y'all are going to have to learn to deal with it because what? But if you're interested in learning more about the nitty gritty of what we're working through and my nice and naughty list and my community, my community work, I think I'll, instead of calling it nice and naughty list, I'll call it my community engagement list. But I've already got 3 ministries to put on it, and something tells me I'll have more. To learn more about what we're doing here and to see the job postings and position postings going up today, because I'm tired, Tara. Like, I'm legitimately just, they're not going to hand it to me. I've sang in the streets 4 or 5 times. I'm connected to people who watch me on Facebook and are in my stories. They are not going to hand it to me. I did not earn it. They do not know me. I'm an outsider. They think I'm trying to touch the kids. So I'm going to have to go in and ask and make a scene about it. But no loud scenes, but just kind of like, your behavior is Jesus-ish, and I am real Jesus. speaking the way I do, talking the way I talk, acting the way I act, chewing the gum I chew. I don't chew gum. You have to show me who you are in the white ethnography, and then show me how committed you are to going further for real Jesus, not the little eraser guy by the postcards. I'll go check in with the team quickly, and then I will love on you all some other time. I'll be back in the hot seat tomorrow, April 8th, with another daily boost, and then I'll be back next Monday. This week is a heavy recruitment week. Poppy Waters said something very interesting yesterday about, like, we are tired of going and seeing people do half-assed what we know we can do with our whole heart. And that's really what this is about. The axe I grind and what's at hand is that I keep repetitively being shown half-assed representations of what I can do with my whole heart. Poppy Waters sat in the third congregation here, and he finally got it yesterday too. He's like, yo, I can preach better than this. And he should. Tara can preach better than this. And she should. Caden can preach better than this. And she should. I mean, he should. Starlight. You know, there's so many people who can speak for love. And so it's just now a little annoying that we're having to pander to people who cannot do what we can do. And you know what they say? They say you should start your own and then provide no avenues. There will be avenues. We are collecting receipts here. And it will be blessed. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be free of all suffering. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be free of all suffering. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be free of all suffering. And may a larger love grow inside you today. And may that love shatter every illusion and idea about how small or how big you think love is. I pray with my eyes open so I can see you. May your heart increase today. May your joy increase. May your love increase. And may you find all the good that you desire today, because love is looking for you. And for more information about the work that I do and the people I attract, lovedandlovable.org. Take care.